Good morning, Friday the 3rd of June. It's 11:05. I'm just down below the Cave Hill. I'm at the other side of the Cave Hill that I normally video from. This is, I'm above Carnmoney. I'm above the Abbey Centre and the Valley Leisure Centre. I'm at Carnmoney Parish Church, the Church of the Holy Evangelists. And I didn't realise that there is an ancient graveyard in here. Some big redwoods there, I think. And there's some very old graves. There's one, 1879. And there's the Bible up on that one. A lot of Celtic crosses about. (1883). (1824). I'm trying not to trip because there's quite a few humps and hollows here. And there's a Masonic insignia on this grave with the G in the centre. I do know what that is, but I can't remember. And this is the church. And I recently did a video about church graveyard architecture and symbolism of that architecture and the art in the graveyard. And there's, there's so many examples here. There's the veiled urn, and there's IHS. And it's all here, folks. Massive big cross there. Let's see what this says. And the graves are packed in here. It's quite a prestigious grave there. Headstone. There's a big spike headstone. And this is the church, Carnmoney Church of Ireland. From the ancient It's in the ancient Parish of Coole, or Coole, and there's been a church presence here for about 1,000 years. So we're talking about 13th century, 12th century. It's a traditional type of Church of Ireland with your tower and all the rest of it. And apparently there's a river that runs nearby here, and it's called the Glas-na-Bradan River. And apparently there's a holy well in at the back of the church. And I'm going to be looking for that in a minute or two. A couple of interesting headstones with the banners, or there's that a scroll wrapped around them. Never seen that before. And there's the is that a cherubim or cherub with wings? 1884. Not from the 1800s. Elizabeth Herdman, Leaper, OBEMBBSC, is it? Their daughter. And there's also Elizabeth, that's the one I read, Elizabeth Herdman. Must look her up. It's sort of a wee bit dilapidated. But I like sort of dilapidated. It's much more interesting. It's nature has taken its course, as they say. So, like a nature reserve. (1832) born. And there's another one with that banner around it, or scroll around it. Some old trees here. And so the church was probably dedicated to St Brigid. She was reputed to have come from Kildare. Now, it's not exactly sure whether she was a real person or not. There's Leaper, the name Leaper appearing again. Born 1812. That's some grave headstone. This place is ancient. So St Brigid is one of three national Irish saints. There's Patrick, and there's Columba, and there's Bridget. That's why this is a prestigious grave. Senior Director of the Ulster Bank. So what was I saying? Oh yes, St Brigid. And there's anecdotes and miracles all, you know, about St Brigid. So should be remembered by the Roman Catholic Church and the Anglican Church in particular. I think that's another Greek Orthodox. Look at this one. It's not good. So what can I tell you about the church? Apart from what I've told you already. 1820 it was pretty small. 1837 there were improvements made. Big improvements made so that it was actually, you know, a recognised place of worship and a good place to come. All sorts of things had been added on and whatnot. 1856 the Smith Hall was dedicated, and the Smiths, I'm surprised I haven't come across any Smith headstones because they were a leading supporting family. But what happened then? There was electric lighting was added in 1927, and I forgot to mention that if Bridget did live, she lived 451 AD to 525, and she was 74 when she died. And there's, as I say, there's a St Brigid's well at the back of the church graveyard. So I want to see if I can find it. Just watch. Ah, here it is. Here it is, would you believe? Oh, it's a pity it's there is no wee plaque or something up beside it. And apparently if you took the waters of St Brigid's well from this wee river that flows nearby, you might be cured of bad eyesight or something like that. Here lies the body of December 1773 or 5. Somebody Kearns, and here's another old one, but I can't read it, which is a shame. My goodness, it really has gone to pot. This is quite prestigious. This is the grave, well, it's a multiple grave, family grave. The wee bird, what is that? It's the wee goldfinch, maybe. I think so. Yeah, died 1765, age 73. So this must be one of the oldest graves. Oh, boy, so I just have to, this is what I'm tramping through. Just have to be very, very careful of my footing. I don't want another accident. Thank you very much. This is a fascinating place. There's your reef, your ivy reef, speaking about immorality, not immorality, immortality. And then there's a family crest up here. And then there's an urn up here. And I can't read that, but I'd love to be able to. This place is unbelievable. 1872. It's just brimming over with graveyard symbolism. (1844). This place is full of obelisks as well. There's another one over there. The graveyard just goes on and on and on. Most of the graves now are from the mid 1800s. And well, obviously if people were well to do to be able to afford, you know, these massive headstones and decorated. There's some new graves as well, like this. Somebody's coming to visit that one. I've boxed myself in here. I'm going to have to go back onto the main path, which I've just lost. I'm just amazed at this. It's something I haven't really come across before either in graveyards, or, you know, raised lettering. The Kirkwood grave. And there's the sun, you know, the new dawn, new life that I saw in Bangor Abbey. And the roses. And there's one dated 1757. And it's got a nice crest on it. If I could move the ivy or whatever it is to see the Latin. I can't read that. Honour and amour. Honour, is that love? Amour? I would imagine so. That's brilliant. This is the back of the church. Lovely stained glass windows. I'd love to get in here, but it's not going to happen this morning. There's a real nature reserve in there, and this is all different. What is that? My goodness gracious! Why would you put? Is this a gargoyle of some sort? Why would you put one of these up? Is this to ward off evil spirits? That is amazing. Wow. I don't know. Had some funny ideas back then. Some funny ideas. So this is me round to the front of the church again. And very often, you know, the more well-to-do type people or prestigious people are buried close to the church building. So let's see what we have just along here. 1872 Throne Mount, Armstrong. There's another Armstrong, I think. Carn up there. Hill ditch. There you go, folks. Wonderful. I wished I had a day to explore in here, but I haven't. So I'm going to leave it there.